Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Let's have a good old-fashioned art supply haul. Now if you're new here, I do art content on Mondays and Wednesdays, and I do fiber art content on Fridays, so consider subscribing to the channel if any of that entertains you. And if you like the video, at the end, give the video a thumbs up. It helps support the channel and helps the algorithm, and I really appreciate it. And leave a comment down below what art supply here you'd like to see more in depth. I'd be happy to make a video on any of them. But let's go ahead and get on into the goodies here. I'm going to start here, and I'll move this off to the side. Okay. So for this little box, as you can no doubt tell, I have this Caran Genevieve. These are the Neo Color 2 aquarelle. I guess they're called crayons or pastels. I think they're called pastels. I picked these up. Here, let's take a closer look. There we are. I picked these up in a Paletful Packs box a while ago. And I liked them, but I hated the very limited color palette. So I always kind of just kept it on my desk wanting to use it, but never knowing like what to do with such a limited palette. So I went to Jerry's not long ago, and in this box is not Michael Harding. It was a recycle box. I picked up a whole bunch of them plus a few other things. So we'll take out the other things first, and we'll talk about the extra colors I picked up. It was so perfect that this box fit. She grabbed it. It was the first box she grabbed to try and put my stuff in something. And it just happened to be like the perfect size for what I needed. So let's move you guys over there and we'll talk about that later. So let's talk about these pastels. They have been all the rage. I've seen so many videos on them, people talking about these, adding more to their collections. And they just kind of kicked off. And I've had these even before then. Paletful Packs was ahead of the game for sure. So this little, what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's a little 10 count. I was going to say 12, but I'm like, that's not enough for 12. It comes with white, comes with black, just plain old brown, emerald green, cobalt blue, violet, purple, which I would think more is a magenta, but you do you, scarlet, orange, and yellow. So mostly like the plain colors. They're just yellow, just brown, things like that. But as you can see, it was very bright, but it was missing some depth. So to add to it, I got dark green so that I'd have a darker green here. And I picked up lime green so I'd have a brighter green. I picked up russet for a warm brown, flesh, which is like a white flesh tone, if I needed something like that, a deeper red in carmine, so we got that, 2 blues in Prussian and royal blue so that I'd have some depth to my blues. I got malachite green, which is kind of like in between those. And then 1 gray to help out. I should have picked up some more yellow and oranges, but I was really stressed trying to not go crazy and also to get us out of there because we had our child there and it was crazy. But this definitely helps the color palette out a lot. I mean, as you can see here, this really just adds a lot to it, which I can appreciate. So I'm going to be excited to work with these a little bit more now and not have to like worry about the palette. And then of course, if I run into an issue where I need another color, I can just head down there or order and pick up some more, and I'll be happy to do that. So there is my little bit for Caran Dash. We'll hide that up there. It's actually a little dark today, I'm noticing. I'm glad I got all these lights because it's been cloudy and rainy for the past few days. But I have all these lights to help see, and I'm like, yes. Because normally I would have to record only on sunny days, and I'm like, no, I want to put out content. No, I can't wait for the weather. So another thing I picked up, this wasn't at Jerry's, this was at Michael's a while ago. I wanted to expand my greens a little bit with my Daniel Smith palette because I can't resist adding more colors to my Daniel Smith palette at all. There's a few more I want to add, but right now I only grabbed 2 because they had a very small selection to choose from. So this is green, gold, and perylene green. Ooh, keep going the wrong way. There we are. I'm new to perylenes a little bit, so I want to kind of break into more perylene colors and try them out. And then green gold just seemed like a great kind of nature, kind of foliage color that I could use straight out of the tube. So I wanted to grab that. So I need little more than the most bare bones excuse to get more Daniel Smith colors, honestly. And then as we were checking out, one of the few Legion papers that I don't have, they didn't have it in full size, because I always go and check to see if they're going to carry it in full size, but they carried it in the little mini packs, and these are honestly great little cute little things to practice on, honestly. This is Legion's Stonehenge Aqua Cold Press in black, and it is beautiful. The little blurb on the front if you want to read it, but that paper is gorgeous. I don't have, I think, watercolor that will work on this, but I'm actually going to poke around and try and find some nice metallic watercolors. I have my eye on a set from Kuretake that I think would work very nicely, and I think I'm going to pick those up so I can test this paper out properly. Speaking of Legion paper and testing it out properly, soon, I'm not sure how soon, I'm going to put out a video showcasing Legion paper because they're one of my favorite paper companies. I have a lot of them, honestly, but I love a lot of their papers and would love to talk in depth about them. So I'm working on some artwork right now for that. So once that artwork is done, I can start recording and then get that video out for you guys. But let's move on to my local art store. The Art and More store here in Killeen, Texas. I stopped in on a whim. I was out working. I do DoorDash on the side sometimes for a little extra cash to earn art supplies. And I happened to have a delivery that dropped me off up there, and I was like, you know, I haven't popped in a while. I don't need anything, but I just wanted to hang out, say hi. They know me there. They're really awesome. Hi guys, if you're watching. And I went looking around and I found a few things that just really interested me, and I went ahead and picked them up even though I technically didn't need them. I'm at a point where I don't think I need anything really. I just like adding extra colors or testing new things, really. That's what gets me going. So let's go ahead and take everything out of this noisy bag. It's not much, I promise. I didn't go crazy. Goodbye, bag. Okay. Let's get the big stuff out of the way and then we'll end with the little stuff, I think. So we'll start right here. This is Montemart, their paper. They carry a lot of their stuff, but I've never personally used them. And I've eyeballed it a little bit and been like, maybe, but this one is the first one that caught my eye because I have a severe weakness for craft art paper. My favorite is by B Paper. It feels just like a paper bag, and I love it. But this one was very close in that little smoother of a texture, but the same kind of beautiful brown color that I love. So I figured I'd try it, and interestingly enough, this is an A4 size paper of 8.3 by 11.7, so I'm going to trim it down to 8 by 10 when I use it, so that way it's easier to store, frame, whatever I want with it. But interesting sizing. They have a lot more of their stuff there, so if I like this, I may end up going to try a few more of their stuff. So I'm very excited to try new paper. But yes, my weakness, craft paper. I can't help it, it's so good. I have this canvas here. This is by Art Advantage, and I thought it was just a unique size. It was the last one they had left of 8 by 24. Great price. I think it was like $8, honestly. So amazing price. Seems like a good feel for a canvas. It doesn't seem cheap at all. It's got extra supports in there. It just seems like a well-built canvas. It's got a nice spring to it. So yeah, I was like, weird shaped canvas. Yeah, let's do it. I'm not sure if I want to orient it this way and maybe do like a very elongated, simple landscape, or if I want to orient it this way and do something swirling down. I know I have a canvas like this in a much larger size that I wanted to do koi fish coming down in like a ribbon swirl pattern. I'm not sure if I want to do that now on this one or the other one, but I'll figure that out. So let's tuck that right there for now. You're getting a little crooked here, but that's okay. We can still see everything. It's fine. I know I have a full tube of Gamblin white, but I like to keep the brands together. I know you don't have to do that. I think that's just part of my brain where it's like I want to keep paint brands together because usually I'm using them for a particular reason, whether it's their viscosity or their colors or properties in them. So I use my M-Gram when I use M-Gram, so I wanted to have more white. And I love M-Gram because they're a little bit different than everybody. They use walnut oil to make a beautiful finish and very nice flow to their paint. I really love it, so I picked up a full tube because they carry the entire M-Gram line there. I've never seen M-Gram acrylics anywhere but there. Not at Jerry's, not at other things like that. So I'm really excited every time I go there because one of these days I'm going to cave and I'm going to buy the starter set of the acrylics in a few extra colors. I'm just waiting for the day that that hits where I'm like, yeah, it's now. I feel it in my bones. It's today. Then on to my little package here. There we go. Everything? Everything. Speaking of M-Gram, and my love for Perlines now that I'm trying. This is Maroon Perline by M-Gram. You can see there. This is their watercolor. I've got M-Gram watercolors, I've got M-Gram gouache, and I've got M-Gram oil paint. So literally the acrylic is the only thing I'm missing from their line of paints. But again, this ties into the Perline green. I'm looking to try more Perline colors, trying to see if they're for me. So since they carry M-Gram there, I went ahead and got the tube of Maroon Perline or Perline Maroon. And then they also got, I keep saying he because usually when I arrive there, it's the husband who's running the place instead of the wife. It's funny because when I first got there the very first time, I met her first. And she's the one that got me interested in the art and the community around here and just really getting involved there. But ever since, I've always run into the husband instead. So it's kind of funny. But I need to go back and get the size 2. But these are silver crystal brushes. And I've not seen silver brushes crystal line. And I thought these would be perfect for like gouache or acrylic, and I wanted to give them a try even though I have the silver white for that. I'm a sucker for silver brush, and the prices were great, and I didn't need more of an excuse to give them a try. So this is the 0, the 4, and the 6, so I'd love to go back and get the 2. Oh, they're all rounds. Forgot to mention that. So I'll go back and add more if I like them, but I got 3 to start me out. And that is about everything I picked up in the last month or so. Not a lot. I haven't been going crazy lately. But I do foresee some big purchases in the future, especially as I narrow into 500 subscribers and 1,000 subscribers. I have some plans to purchase some big art supplies for that. Namely the Caran Luminance colored pencil set. I believe I'm going to purchase the 76 set because it's a better price per pencil, which makes no sense if you ask me. and then I could add in those extra colors later as needed. So I think that's going to be one of my big purchases coming up relatively soon. And maybe a few other things. I've been doing a lot of Copic art lately, so I'll probably be expanding my Copic marker collection coming up soon. So there'll be more goodies to see as we go along. But for now, I think that about wraps things up. Like I said earlier in the video, if you're new here, consider subscribing to the channel. I'm going to do special content at 500 and 1,000 subscribers, especially the 1,000. If you liked the video, you made it here, give it a thumbs up. Like I said, it really supports the channel. And like I said, leave a comment down below what supplies you want to see more in depth. If you'd like to see my Daniel Smith palette, more about my M. Graham palette. Maybe you'd like to see how the paper works. Whatever you want to see, leave it down below. And another one I'd be interested in is, what should I do with the Caran Neo Color 2s? What should I kind of break into with the colors that I got? Should I do like a landscape or like a still life or something? It sounds like fun. So I would love ideas. I always love ideas on what to do. It doesn't even have to be related to this stuff, honestly. You could be like, hey, take your Sennelier palette and paint a flower, and I'd be like, you know what? That sounds like a great idea. Let's do it. But yeah, that's about it for today. I hope you enjoyed the video, and take care. Have a good one, and bye for now.